Hello and welcome to Check It Out with Rich. We developed a small hairline crack in our window down here. If I can get a picture of it, it's real hard to see, but if I can get a picture, I'll put it in now. And I went and ordered a new window from Rec Pro. I got it on Amazon, so it's easy to return in case there's something wrong. This is a pretty easy job to do. I thought that I would need butyl tape, so I ordered some black butyl tape. But as it turns out, I'll show you with the window. They put a real nice D-bulb going around there that they say you don't need anything else with it. So I'm going to show you the tools you're going to need for this job. Okay, first you'll need an impact or a drill, and then you'll need a Phillips head and also a number 2 square bit and an extension. I'll show you what the extension's for in a minute. And you also need some type of scrapers. I would not use metal on this. You can get some nice non-marring chisels, putty knife. And then this is pretty neat. This is actually a plastic razor blade. I use this a lot to do this. And then next you'll need some type of denatured alcohol, paint thinner, something. I use this. This is pretty good. That'll loosen up the silicone that's around the outside of the window. I had silicone around it, so this should be able to take it off pretty easily with the non-marring scrapers. Okay, another thing you may need a ladder outside. With this window, the steps are right here, so we won't have to use a ladder. We can use the steps. And the last thing you need is a very good assistant to help you in this, between holding the camera and help holding the window. Okay, so the first thing we have to do is we got to take down the curtain, and then we have to take down the valance. And then in order to do that, we have to take the blind down. The screws are up on the other side of the blind. So there are some clips under here. You're not going to be able to see them until I get this off. But there's some clips here that just hold this on. It's pretty easy. It's more of a pain in the butt getting it back in there, but it's definitely doable. Okay, next thing we want to do, we want to get an extension on here so we can reach up. Now, I had reinforced these brackets, so they're now Phillips head. Your camper more than likely is a number 2 square bit. So we just want to go up. I have my glasses on, I can see a lot better, but I think we'll be all right. So you have one there. We'll take that one out. If you drop it, make sure you pick it up. You do not want to leave this on your floor and have the slide run over it and ruin your floor. So let's get this back one. And that's all there is to that. It comes out pretty easy. All right, so next thing we want to do, we want to take out all these screws going around here. And these are all the number 2 square bit. I'm not worried about the window falling out because I caulked around it, so that's going to hold it in. But if you haven't caulked around it, I would either have somebody on the outside or go and put some tape across just to hold it in. Okay, then the last one's up here. And like I was saying, if you drop any screws, make sure you pick them up right away. Okay, so right now, this window is free except for the caulking holding it in. If it wasn't any caulking, I could probably push here and just knock that window right out. So we're going to go outside, and we're going to use our non-marring chisels, putty knife, whatever you want to call it, and we'll get the window out. Okay, so now what we're going to do, we're just going to start down here on this corner. Okay, I siliconed this up pretty good. It took me a minute to get this broke free, but you just want to follow it around and keep going all the way around, keep prying. It will come out. Like I said, I caulked this up pretty good, so it's going to take me a minute, so we'll get right back to you. All right, I must have caulked it up pretty good because it really put up a fight trying to get it out. So I think we got it all out now. Yeah. Okay, that's it. Yeah, I definitely did a good caulk job there. Okay, so next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to get this all cleaned up real nice so that we can put the other window in and have a nice clean surface. Okay, so this is the last bit. That Acrysol, it works pretty good. You gotta use some elbow grease, but it does come off. The scraper works too. It's a little tacky with the scraper, so you get the heavy stuff off and get the rest with a rag. You can probably use a mild scouring pad, like one of those green ones, but this cloth here is working pretty good. So that's about it. So let's go in and we'll get the window out of the box and hopefully it fits. Looks like I need a new Flatlanders RV travel
sticker.
And then tires on the road's getting a little faded. I think the chins is like that, so that's not too bad. Gill complex on the road, theirs is holding up good. And so is Check It Out with Rich.
And Becky.
And Becky. All right, let's go inside, bust this box open. All right, I already had this open, check it out, make sure it was all right. They package it pretty well. So we'll get this piece out. And then hopefully we got clearance up above for this. Yeah, and you see they have it strapped to this cardboard thing. It's about 1 inch thick. Put that down. And then down the bottom there's some screws somewhere. I found the screws. All right, let's cut this open. Let's not cut the screen. I doubt very much if the screens are the same. The other window is a Lippert window. And I was going to order through Alliance, but the shipping to get it here would have been probably more than what the window cost. And the cost on this, I think, was $190, $200. So in case you're wondering, a 2x36 window is about 200 bucks. You can get cheaper, but I didn't want to save a few dollars to get a window that's not that great. Rec Pro has a pretty good track record. And then here's a window, and if you take a look, now I believe in the directions they call this a D-bulb. It's more just like a foam weather stripping. Now, like I said, they said that you don't need to caulk this, but I'm still going to caulk around the top and down the sides a little bit. I'm not going to go the whole way around like I did with this one. It was a pain in the butt getting out. All right, I'm going to go outside and fit this in, and Becky will stay in here and you'll see what's going on. Okay, it seems like a pretty tight fit. Not bad. Got about maybe a 1/2 inch up and down, and then side to side maybe a 1/4 inch. All right, now I'm gonna have her come out, hold the window, and we're gonna try to do this. We need a third person to hold the camera. So come on out, Beck. Okay, Becky's holding it in place. I got it centered, so it looks pretty good. We're gonna go ahead and get the ring and throw some screws in. Now this piece here, your splice, will go up the top so that your blind and everything hides it. You don't want this at the bottom. You don't want to be looking at that. Now these screws look like they look a little bit more than 1 inch. I don't think they're 1.25 inches, but they're not self-tappers. I was really expecting some self-tappers on this. Okay, we actually have to drop this down. I'm going to bring in and show you this. You don't need self-tappers. There's a little channel here that the screw goes into. So let me bring in, I'll show you what I mean. Yeah, so I don't know how well you can see it, but there's a little channel here that the screw will go into. And then we're too close at the top, so I'm about to drop it down just a little bit. She said her arms are getting tired, so let's hurry up, drop this down just a hair. Just let off the pressure a little bit. All right, let's try there, Beck. All right, we look good. Let's get this back up into place. And I think we're good. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put one at each corner. All right, that's not working. So we're gonna have to put one on the sides where she is. Okay, I really think they should have given us some self-tappers. Okay, we're going to go on your left side. Make sure everything's fitting here. All right, let go. All right, I'm gonna get some self-tappers. I think it'd be a lot easier. I know her arms are sore. Yeah, I don't know why they don't have self-tappers. Matter of fact, I think in a direction it did say that they were self-tapping screws, and these definitely are not. They're not chiseled on the very end. So let me get some self-tapping screws, and we'll get this done. Okay, I found some self-tappers. I just hope I have enough. See if this is any easier. Yeah, that's a lot easier.
Yeah, but the window, there's a big gap.
Is there?
Well, I can feel that.
Okay, hang on.
Spongy stuff.
Let me take a look. Yeah, that's no good. I believe it's in all the way. Okay, so we got a couple screws in. I tightened them down, and Becky said she seen a gap outside. And sure as crap, it's like the frame itself is too wide for the wall. So we're going to take it back out. It says that this is for a 1 3/8 wall. So we're going to take this out. We're going to measure the thickness of it and go from there. Okay, so if you ever order a window, take the old one out and measure the thickness of your wall. This wall is 1.25 inches, give or take a 64th. So yeah, so I'm glad we bought that off Amazon because we can throw it in a box, ship it on back, everything's good. We're gonna have to reach out to Alliance and maybe pick it up at the rally because I can only imagine what a box this size is going to cost to have shipped. Okay, so I don't know if I'm just going to release this video and we'll do another one on the install, or we might be back for the install.